Hello, everybody. As you can see, Chris Johnson lost a lot of weight. Looks something like Mike Ellis. No, I just talked to Chris. There's one thing about Chris, he's real good about taking care of everybody around him. But when you ask him about him, he's a bald-faced liar. Okay, so, but anyway, I did ask him yesterday, are you sleeping? I slept 5 hours. That's a good sign. And today he actually is starting to feel better. Should be back tomorrow. I thought, wow, I get Mike. So I went and got Mike, and Mike was available today, so it worked out perfect. Collins might be joining us. So anyway, let's get moving. Chris is feeling better, everybody. No joke. I believe that. Plus, I have his daughter's phone number, so if he lies to me, I'll call her. And she called him. So anyway, yeah, he got hit pretty hard with the uh, upper respiratory, whatever. It's all over. Dawn said she took Alexis to urgent care, and the place was full of people coughing. And I was like, oh, great. But it's I guess it's spread out pretty wild right now. Anyway, as you know, we've been going from country to country. I did it to help have content and help educate and whatever. But reality, I gotta confess, it's really good for me. I learned a lot. And I added to it, what is their main production and what is their main export? So we can learn about their countries too. And what I found, which was more disturbing than ever, some of these countries where the people are the poorest, what they are exporting is gold, diamonds, precious metals. And I'm thinking, where is that money going? I mean, listen, we got to start taking care of ourselves. This is the company that can do that. Myself and Mike here and Dan, who's not here, have been working together over 10 years. We got to the point where we could, and I'm talking to people not in this company, we could build big teams. No doubt about it. We learned how to get targeted traffic, believe it or not, manually. But you know the pitfalls of all that, you can't bring anybody with you. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're Tony Robbins. I don't care. Because the problem is, if they can't duplicate what you're doing, then they don't know how to market. What are you going to tell them? Go get solo ads? They're like throwing crap at the wall and hoping something sticks. Email marketing, you got to be a great email person. And by the way, you have to have a list. So what are you going to do? Buy a list? Chris Johnson told me yesterday he bought a list of 1 million names and emails. 1 million for $1,000. Now it sounds like a great deal. Million. You know what happened with it? He was doing it while we were promoting on Passive before we locked up the. He got like 3 or 4, don't know the exact number, of pending founders. Pending. That's it. Nobody ever paid. That's what kind of advertisement's going on if you don't know how to really advertise. I don't care what anybody says. And it's not easy. It might take us, I know I'm going over this stuff over and over, but a lot of people are watching that are not in the company. Hello, Collins. It might take us 3 months to really fine tune it. Here's what I mean. You got to find an ad. We did lead ads in Facebook. You got to find an ad that Facebook will say is okay. And sometimes they say okay. Nobody clicks on it because it sucks. It's not nobody. It's just not. It has no reason for anybody to click on it. So now you got to satisfy Facebook, but yet you want to get people to click on it. So fine tuning all the time. And guess what? While you're fine tuning, you have to pay. Because every day that goes by, you're paying to be there. So this is what I want to tell people. We were looking, we didn't know at first. We knew as we went, we're looking for a company where everybody gets an even playing field. Everyone can win in this company, without a doubt. Why else would 3 men be here for 6 years? Because we know there's nothing out there. Nothing. So when we're about ready to launch to the world, hook up with somebody you see here or somebody you know. Get on the list to be notified when we launch in the world. Hey, 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 Jacob. I'll only have to tell him that like 4 or 5 times. Don't worry. But anyway, I'm going to introduce everybody. I don't have to introduce them. You guys know who they are. And then I'll play a video. We're actually going to Ireland today. All right, let me turn it over. Mike, say hello, and then you could turn it over to my buddy Collins over there.
Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, we're in really, really great times now, and we'll get into that after the video. Collins, say hi.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We're blessed to be here today, Tuesday. So I'm here with my brother Marty and Mike Ellis. So thank you for having me, Mike.
Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to play a video I did. I don't know when I did it. Day before that. I don't know. I did a lot of them. So let's play it. It's about Ireland. And what we're doing is we're trying to show people, instead of just say it, commissions compared to what you're making now. And I want to tell you, this isn't get rich quick. Anyway, let me play it and let show you. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to Ireland. And we're going to do income versus commission, like I've been doing. First, a brief summary of what's going on. If you're watching this video on its own and not in our live stream Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., then let me give you a little bit of a heads up. My name is Marty DeGarmo. I have been marketing online for 20 years. For the last 6 years, I've been with this company. And the reason I'm with this company is even though I could build teams with my business partners and we could make a little money, we couldn't bring anybody with us. Why? Because I believe strongly that a lot of the businesses online, whether it's MLM, email marketing, dropship, whatever you want to call it, a vast majority of people cannot make any money online. Not because they're dumb. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying about their intelligence. I had full time to learn how to market and actually work on targeted traffic. So I would bring new faces to my website every single day. Now, some people say, "Oh, you can use a solo ad. You could buy a list." They're garbage. Pay per click's expensive. Solo ads expensive and no guarantees. There's no guarantees on anything, but in our company we have AI targeted traffic, which puts everybody on an even playing field. There is a video in my YouTube that explains AI targeted traffic, and when you see it and realize that we have that as part of our arsenal, that means grandma, grandpa, Uncle Bob, anybody can make money using that because it gives you the skills that you need automated. Anyway, let me move on. I wanted to say that as quickly as I could. That wasn't bad for me. Anyway, so let's go. What I'm doing is I'm going to country to country to country, showing people in those countries, because we're global. We have people in our company right now, and I believe every country in the world, close to it, very close to it. So somebody recommend Ireland. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a hypothetical number. We're about to launch to the world, so I have to use a hypothetical number. Let's say product A costs $100 a month. These products that I'm mentioning, even though I don't know the names yet and all that, they will be above market value. They will untouchable with AI technology, and you can also make a commission that I believe no one can touch. If that doesn't rock your boat, I guess nothing will. But let me move on. Here's a breakdown of the average annual and monthly income in Ireland and its major cities, along with their equivalent in US dollar. The number of 25 commissions required to match these incomes. It's that simple. So I gave $100 product product A. The company pays 25% commission. 25% of 100 is $25. That's simple. I did it that way because it's simple. The $25 commission is the company has paid in a semi pre-launch, they paid $25 commission. So I believe it'll be at least that. And more, maybe. Who knows? But it's a very generous company. And the reason I'm saying that, why would I be here 6 years? Because the CEO's got a big heart and he wants to uplift humanity. In fact, the company's slogan is AI company with heart, uplifting humanity. Really. So anyway, the exchange rate used in US dollar versus euro in Ireland is $1 US to 0.9752 euro. There's different locations. Ireland national average, Dublin, Limerick, Cork, Ireland, Gateway, Waterford. I know people in Ireland. In fact, I had a friend from Cork. I don't know where my other friend was from, but I worked with him for years. Anyway, so let's break it down. The annual income in Ireland is 38,600 euros. Monthly, 3,220. So that's annual 38,600, monthly 3,220. Now let's break it down to US dollar conversion. That's $39,580 annual, 3,298 monthly. Very close. The exchange rate's very close. Now, let's look at this. Listen, this is not get rich quick. It's get rich the right way. Okay? Time goes on, you can get bigger, better, bigger. And the cool thing about this company, unlimited income potential. Unlimited. There's no cap. And when you find out that you're in the game because you have AI targeted traffic, it's over. So anyway, let's break it down. My grandson's here, so he's being as quiet as he can. Anyway, so let's look at this. Let's break it down. Let's first start off at 10%. To make this monthly income of 3,220 euros or $3,298, you would need to generate 133 sales. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. You name another company that you're pretty sure that would happen, you can't, probably. 98, 97, 99%, whatever it is. People lose money online. This is a place where everyone can win. That's why I'm here. But let's just say if you match that, you've doubled your income for your house or for you personally. But let's just say 10%. 10% would be 13.3. So let's say 13.3 times 25 equals $332.50. An extra $332.50. I wouldn't throw it away. It's groceries. It's paying electric. Maybe paying for a car. That's only 10%. And that's 13.3 customers. 20%. Double. $665. That starts changing things. Right? 20%. How about 40%? $1,300 extra. Now I'm paying my mortgage. Right? So as you're growing, and like I said, as you're doing well, you increase. You're just building your business. The difference is all of the hard work and the heavy lifting is done by the company. Because automatically that you do not have to market. You do not have to bug your friends and family. Because I want to give you a scenario that I know for a fact. When you become successful, your friends and family will come anyway. So why bug them? For one thing, most of the time we don't have enough info to talk to people about a business because we don't know. So automatically they think, Oh my gosh, here's Marty again harassing me. You don't want that. So anyway, let's prove the fact to double your income. If you had 133 sales a month times $25 commission, $3,325, 3,298. It's rounding. Yearly, I'll clear it. Let me see. 1,583 commissions times 25, that's yearly. 39,575. Rounded high. But that you got my point, right? Now, here's something I want to add. I'm going to put a cherry on top. This company is going to come out with new products monthly or every other month or 4 or 5 times a year. What does that mean? So you're building a customer base. They're buying product one. You have more people next month, a little more next month, a little more next month. Guess what? Some of the original people are going to buy product number 2. So you leverage the increase of your income through commissions. Boom. How do I know that? Experience. I used to market online, right? What did I have? I had to buy apps, I had to buy bridges, I had to buy solo ads. Before I learned how to market, I had to buy solo ads, I had to buy safe lists. I went out and bought thousands of names and emails, which are garbage because they've been regurgitated 900 times. This company gets rid of all that. And anybody in any country, like I break down, yesterday I did Haiti. Those poor people don't make anything. But imagine the same 10 sales I get and this hypothetical number, I make $250 that month, which it helps me big time. But what about the person in Haiti or in Africa or Indonesia or Russia or Bangladesh or you know what I mean? Give them $250. What does that do? Life changing. Life changing. This company, it builds from the bottom up. It's helping our brothers and sisters around the world start bringing in income. And by the way, we're going to be in many sectors, many, many, many. Digital tools that's needed. Listen, I want to tell you something that I know for a fact. The CEO of this company always wants to deliver above market value, and he doesn't like the average. Everything he does is going to be smoking. Like it'll be maybe you need 4 or 5 apps. They all have their own name. Some of these apps will be combined in this business like a hybrid wolf, and you'll be able to do many things with one app. Just my thought. Okay, I'm just telling you from experience. I know this gentleman. He's like family to me now, and he's super intelligent. I've never, ever, ever met a person of his stature where he has the money. You wouldn't know it by the way he talks, but he's got money, and he has the knowledge, and he's a visionary and wants to share it with as many people as he can. You don't have to believe me. Why am I excited at 65? Because holy moly, quackaloli. I've never seen anything like it. I want everybody to know about it. And you'll be able to join free. At the end of this video, there's a short clip. I'm asking you just watch it. It's 2 minutes long, something like that. Watch it. Anyway, so let's move down. You can see all the different cities and stuff in Ireland, break down different ones. Ireland's economy is characterized characterized, oh my God, by a strong emphasis on high value industries, particularly in pharmaceutical and technology. That's why I do this too, because I'm learning. Product produce. The pharmaceutical sector stands out as a leading industry in Ireland. The company is a major producer of pharmaceutical products, including vaccines, blood products, and other medic- medicam- medicaments. Medicaments. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, other stuff with medicine. The premise is due to presence of numbers of multinational pharmaceutical companies operating within Ireland. I didn't know that either. That's pretty cool. Top export. Pharmaceuticals are also Ireland's top export category. In 2023, the country exported significant quantities vaccine blood, anesthesia toxins, uh, cultures, amounting to approximately 47.3 billion. Whoa. The category alone accounts for a substantial portion of Ireland's total exports, underscoring the sector's critical role in national economy. In summary, the pharmaceutical industry is both leading producer of and top export sector in Ireland, reflecting the company's specialization in global competitiveness in this field. Boom. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I had to struggle through it. Some of the words I should know better, but anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Video popping up now. Just check it out. Anyway, see you all. Bye. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I'm going to let these gentlemen talk. Either one of you can add to or whatever, and I'll sit back and listen a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start it off, Marty. I want to add just a little bit to the numbers that Marty talked about. And when you get this, you can play with the numbers and you're going to understand the position you're in, recognizing where you're at and how powerful it really, really is. You know, when Marty talks about the numbers and a sale coming in, that's awesome. When a sale comes into your organization, you make a commission. And then he extrapolates that out over a year's period. Here's what's really, really cool. When a sale comes in, people are coming in, they're looking at the product, they see the product that it's superior, it's better than anything out there at a lower price point, they come in and use it. Okay? Pretty common sense stuff. It's a better product, costs less, they love it when they use it. And then when there is a new subscription period, in other words, their subscription period expires, they have to come in and buy it again. Okay. So when you have a sale coming into your organization, if the subscription period is monthly, every month they're renewing, buying the product again so they can continue to use it. And they will do that because the products are so good. Now extrapolate that out. Each time you get a sale, they're paying monthly. You don't lose that sale. It's book business. So if you get another sale the second month, you don't have one, you have two. And then extrapolate that out over the year. And I'm going to let you run the numbers on that. But if you do that, it will literally blow your mind, especially if you're in one of the countries where Marty does it and you're not making very, very much money. And you know, I listened to Marty the other day, and he talked about some of these countries that do really, really well. I mean, they've got diamonds, they've got gold, they've got oil, they've got all of this income coming into the country, and the people, you and I, are dirt poor. And Marty went, well, why? Where's that money going? Well, we kind of know where it's going. The thing about the numbers that Marty's talking about to you there is a way forward where no one can take that away from you. Once you start to establish your business, once your business starts to grow, because of what Mr. Mufareh has done, because of the system he's put together, all of a sudden that money starts to accrue, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you get to the point where you have that financial independence, no one can come around and take it away from you. It's yours. What does that do for you? All of a sudden, you are a sovereign, independent being. And because of the wealth you've accumulated, now you have mobility. You can do whatever you want to do, guys. You can live the life you want to live. And that's why when Marty does these numbers, it's so powerful. I'm going to turn it back over to Collins and let him talk a little bit. I've got some other things to share with you, and I'll do that after we do our first round. Collins, go ahead.
Thank you, Mike Ellis, Marty Digamo. Thank you for the number. You know, that number is really powerful. And a lot of people need to know that this is AI. You know, it's AI traffic, which is so powerful. That's where the world is going now. Everything automated. You know, so, but I really don't want to talk about AI traffic because we did a lot of talking, you know, on the Heroes webinar, you know, but I just want to look at why I'm still in this company. Why am I still here? You know, June will make me 5 years. Why am I still in this company? Because the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, is building something that is bigger than myself. You know, the life is still growing. The dream is growing stronger and better every day. Even if we don't see it, it is growing stronger and better. You know, last time I was chatting with, you know, some of the founders were just throwing things out, talking. I said, why do you think Mr. Ash Mufareh will just dash his dream away? Who of us, if we look at many people in this world, have a dream and they can just allow that dream to die? We know we were looking at different things, you know, looking for job. If you don't look for job, if job is your dream, you don't look for job, you become homeless. You need to go for interview. You need to, you know, persist. You know, there's just that continuity, fighting for what you want. That is how the world is. You relax, the world will not stop because you've stopped. The world will still move ahead. So why are we still here? It is because there is the dream of one man who said, I will never give up. I will build this, because that is his dream. He never want to give his dream. Founding member or no founding member, affiliate or no affiliate, he is not giving up his dream. That's his desire, something that it is in his heart. It's like, I have a dream and I want to fulfill that dream. No matter what, as long as I'm doing the right thing, I will make sure that dream will be fulfilled. That's exactly what Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing. Quietly, silently, going about his business, making sure his own dream will be fulfilled. You know, and the dream of Mr. Ash Mufareh is about humanity. Sometimes I quote some things, you know, I was reading, you know, I'm doing like this Bible in a year course, starting from 1st January. You know, Genesis, they talk about the Tower of Babel. I always confuse, you know, there are times that I've read that passage a lot and I said, but why would they build something to go and see God? Were they challenging God? But I know God loves house, nice, beautiful building, because he commanded David to build it and Solomon to build it. It is because these people, they wanted to do it for their own glory. Let us make name for ourselves. That is why it failed. Mr. Ash Mufareh is not making name for himself. He is doing it for humanity. And that is why that dream is still stronger. The moment you put people before yourself, that dream will always come to fruition. But when you start to put yourself before people, no matter how that dream, the dream can succeed, yes, but you will always sit one day in your quiet moment knowing that you are ripping people's off. He doesn't want to rip anybody. He just wants to do something good. You know, and we just have to thank God that we are part of it, the journey. That's how I say it myself. Part of this journey for nothing, for less. I spoke to some of the founders and said, just imagine Mr. Ash Mufareh goes alone and said, I want to put this all by myself. And then you come later. Do you think you you would have been able to pay that amount? They said no. Because if I'm the one, I will tell you, if you don't have 10 grand, you're not coming in. At the end of the day, I can become the world richest man, part of the world richest people on earth. I don't need anybody. It's technology. Software development company, they don't need anybody. They can go on their own if they have the money to build it. So we just have to look at it. When you sit back every day, ask yourself, why am I here? What really make me to be in this company? Is the dream still alive? Is the CEO still there, building, working for you? Or has he give up? No, he has never come out and said, I give up, because he's a very straightforward man. He said, I can come up today and say, you know what, I'm done with. That he is still building this. And he is not building it only for you, the affiliate and the founding member, those who think, oh, I'm a founder, I deserve it. No, he is building it for the world. There are people who have never ever heard about this. They will come to realize that, wow, there's a company there. And you know what? It will change a lot of lives. Not only in the financial term, it will improve businesses. It will improve a lot of businesses. We are talking about AI every day. Last time I watched BBC News, I think I shared with Marty, UK have just put what? About 14 to 13 billion pounds into AI, because what they want to do, the Prime Minister talked about it, the want UK to become the AI leading country in the world. That's what they've done. Just imagine where AI is going. For those who are looking things, check it. Why would a country decide to go that way, that far, to invest in AI in every sector? It can be health, can be defense, can be everywhere. You need AI everywhere to bring that sustainability and that quick turnover, to transform the way things work. And this is exactly what Mr. Ash Mufara is doing. Building the software, integrating it with AI so it can facilitate businesses. So I will leave it there. Mike, if you want to chime in on Marty Digabo, over to you.
Alrighty. Yeah, everything these guys said and more. If I don't even look. People contact me every day about other business and all that. And I hope you're successful, but I'm not interested. I found my home. And then at that point, they're starting to wonder now. Some of the people, Marty, you're still there. There must be something. They know me well. Well, nope, I'm not gonna. Why would I stay here? It's big. It's big. And I love the idea that everyone around the world gets an even shake. And not only a shake, you get a golden virtual toolbox. You open a drawer and get what you want. And like I said, everything about Unpassive is unlimited. So if I mention something right now, I'll give you an example. If I mention anything right now about anything in Unpassive, us three could talk about it for an hour. Because you start breaking down, where can you go with that? I've done it in sectors, talked about it in sectors I know nothing about. But I know enough about the outside of it, how you could build and create another way of making income. And as this launches to the world, and you really look, Oliver always says, know your business. He says it all the time. Know your business. Nobody's telling you to be Einstein, but really get to know what you have your hands on. Listen, you don't need to be an IT guy, although Collins is. You don't need to be a big marketer at all. And you should be happy with that. All the times, all the years that I would go into a business, and I just felt like I'm a sheep to slaughter. No joke. Until you learn. And then when you learn, you go, oh, wow, this is cool. You move up the ladder, move up the ladder, move up the ladder, and then you hit a brick wall. The brick wall is the company's going to fold in 90 days. How many companies last a year? We've had many people talk about these shiny objects for the last 6 years. They all came back. There's nothing there. It's good for the person creating it because They make a quick buck. They repackage it, put it back out there because they know people are desperate to change their lives. But don't waste your time. Come and check it out. Listen, how much selling do you have to do? I'll give you an example. I'll do this real quick. Let's say you have a conferencing platform. We know all the big names. And you go in, you're having it, you pay every month. Example, our CEO paid 100 grand a year for Zoom. It was a big package, 20,000 room, but that's a lot of money, okay? So what would happen if a company comes out with a conferencing platform, video conferencing platform, which they are, and you're in it. You're not a marketer, you're in it. It takes two to tango. You're not going to go to a video conferencing call by yourself. I don't care if you're just getting together as a family reunion because you can't afford to travel. You tell your friends, oh, I'd love to talk to you online. They start throwing to you their conferencing platform. So no. I got one. I'll send you the link. And you send it to them. And I'm just telling an example. This is one out of 1,490,000,000,000, okay? You send them the link. They meet you at 8 o'clock. As soon as they come in, make them a co-host. Now, all these little buttons are there on the outside. And they're talking to you and they're looking around. Why? People are nosy as hell. You invite them over to your house, they're looking through your medicine cabinet while they're in the bathroom. Why? That's what people do. But imagine somebody coming in, they see all the buttons at the bottom, they see all these features. Here's what's going to happen while you're playing trivia or you're talking. Hey, Marty, these buttons on the bottom, what are they? I said, well, hover over it with your mouse. The co-host, they see it. Oh, it says music. This has music? Yeah, how much? Whatever genre you like. Can I hit it? Yeah. Click, music comes on. Oh, crap. They're going to do this automatically. You don't have to sell that. Now, if they came in and went, okay, here's what you got to do. There's a button on your bottom. Let people be people. The more you try not to sell, the more you're going to sell. This is fact. This is fact. Here's proof. Myself, Mike, and Dan made an ad. We made many ads. We made an ad, and it drove me crazy that about 15 to 20% of the people would not click the freaking button. But they'd leave a comment. Guess what the comment said? Can I have some more info? Just click the freaking button. You can have the info. But they had that scary thing. Like if I click the button, the house is going to blow up. I don't know what they were thinking. I said, we have to find a way, myself, Mike, and Dan, how do we talk to those people in the chat? And no joke, we actually did this. We took shifts in answering all of the info questions and did manually, and it would send them. Guess where it's sending them? Guess where it's sending them? The same place they would have went if they just clicked the freaking button. But now they made a decision, right? They're telling us, I want this. And you send it, and they go, okay, now I'm getting what I want. That's okay. I don't care what they think. They're still going where I want them to go to begin with, where Mike, myself, and Dan. So then I said, wait, is there an app that I can do that automatically? Because listen, if you don't answer people in 1.2 seconds, they forget. It's just human nature. You ever see something and you go, oh, I got to remember that. You drive by a poster or whatever. You go 2 miles down the road, your kids are asking, are we there yet? The dog's barking because you decided to bring them. You already forgot about that poster. No joke. Later on, you go, there's something I wanted to do, but I can't remember what it was. That happens. You have to talk to people automatically. This app answered the question instantly. But guess what? It wasn't AI, it was manual. I had to come up with hundreds of scenario questions. Hey, what's this about? Can I have info, please? Yo, I don't get it. All these things mean send me info. I pump it in. Now the app does it automatically and sends them where we want them to go anyway. What I'm trying to tell you, all that craziness is done for you, all of it, and it's part of the package. And if you don't, I mean, I'm just telling you, that's why, from my experience of Mike and Dan, that's why we're here. Do you know we've spent 3 months fine tuning an ad to get it at best return on investment, only for the company to fold? So we branded a company that never existed. What a waste. That happened. 50 businesses, easy. Anyway, that's why I'm so excited about this business, because the foundation is as far as the eyes can see. And that's important. I don't want a business that's going to last 90 days. I want to build it, help other people build theirs, and go fishing or whatever you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to turn over to Mike because I talk way too much. Go ahead, Mike.
No, that's terrific, Marty. And Collins and Marty are giving you a lot of really, really great information here, guys. Bottom line with Marty, Dan, and I, it took us 12 years to learn how to do what we do. That's a long time. Most people don't have the inclination or the time to do that. What Mr. Mufareh has developed for each and every one of us, you can be where we are, which took us 12 years, day one. That's really, really cool. I really want to talk to the new people that are here. And obviously, this will be for those that have been with us for a while. But it'll give you a little perspective of where we are, how we got here, and really how fortunate we are. When you look at Mr. Mufareh and the inception of this company, Mr. Mufareh brought this out in wintertime. Really, really, really difficult times. And the one thing I've learned about difficult times is hard times build strong people. But I listened to a gentleman the other day, and he talked about the history of very, very large companies, multi-billion-dollar companies. And he said the majority of those companies started off in wintertime, very, very hard times. Usually it's where people go to die, where things go to die. And that's where Mr. Mufareh started this company. He started in very, very hard times. And because he started it in hard times, again, hard times build strong people. And when you have strong people, they build multi-billion-dollar companies. That is where this company started. And because of the first 5.5, 6 years, 7 years that Mr. Mufareh was developing this company, phase one, very, very difficult times, very, very hard times. He not only acquired wisdom, but he acquired that steel backbone. And if you know anything about hard times, just think about the Depression. If you were in the Depression in this country, United States of America, and it was back in the 30s, guys. I know most of you aren't old enough to remember that, and neither am I, by the way. Chris will deny that, but no, I'm not that old. But in the 30s, during the Depression, you either got strong or you just got dead. I mean, you were just pushed to the side because it was really, really hard times. And that's what Mr. Mufareh has been going through. And today, because of what Mr. Mufareh has gone through, he's come out the other end really smelling like a rose. We are in such a great place. We are coming from winter to spring, and the growth that's going to be happening as Mr. Mufareh launches phase two is just going to be phenomenal. If you look at hard times and you look at companies that went through hard times, and I'll start with Disney. Disney is one of those companies, multi-billion-dollar company, but when it was started, it was tough. I mean, he almost went under over and over and over again. But again, he developed that steel backbone, understanding that he had a vision that he knew was really, really good. And if he could just get it out to the world, it would just blossom. And that's what Mr. Mufareh has done. He's had a vision. He believes in the vision 100%. He will never let that vision die. And now he is coming into, can you hear me okay, Marty? You guys can hear me? He's coming into the spring of what he's developed. And by the way, hard times it's appropriate for you too. If you've been in 6 years, 7 years, if you've been in 2 years, you've had to go through some of those hard times, and you've had to grow. Again, hard times build strong people. And because of what Mr. Mufareh has done, because of what we've done, because of we've had the willpower to stick with things, coming into the spring, coming into that launch of phase 2, we are so powerful right now. It's just unbelievable. I want to say one more thing, and then I'll hand it back over to Collins. Marty's talked about the money. We talk about AI. We talk about all the things Mr. Mufareh is doing. Marty talks about the market a little bit. I want to say one thing about the market. Unless you have a very, very large market, it's really difficult to have longevity. Mr. Mufareh knows that. And the niches that he's going into are absolutely massive. It would take a lifetime for most people. I don't think Mr. Mufareh, but for most people, to really get a hold of those niches and really get 20, 30, 40% of that niche. One of the niches he's going to be into is the educational niche. And I want to give you this number just so you understand how large the niches are and how that gives us tremendous longevity. And it's just one product. There are multiple products in billion-dollar niches. But if we look at the educational niche, that's an $850 billion niche annually. That's how much money comes in annually. How much of that market will we take? 10%, I think, is a piece of cake. 20%, 30%, 50%. I believe we'll take a majority of that market over time. I don't know how long it's going to take, but over the course of a year, 2, 3 years, it's going to be massive. Just that alone will give you the confidence that as you come in, you get into the business that Mr. Mufareh is offering each and every one of us, that you'll have the longevity to come in and actually build an income online. And because it's book business, what I talked about before, it's book business, you'll be able to develop that income and in time. And I don't think it's going to take that long. Normally it takes 10 years, 12 years to get that done. It's not going to take that much time because of what Mr. Mufareh has done. But over time, you're going to get to that place where you have financial independence, and then you're just going to be able to live the life you want to live. Collins, go ahead.
Yes, Mike Ellis, you touch a point. There's one point which I really pick from what you're saying, which is that hard times. Hard times build resilience. And when we are looking at most of the companies, those who always make research on companies, none of them have ever come out right the first time. They always go through turbulence, and sometimes they feel like giving up. But because they have someone who feels this is my dream and I'll not let it go, what will happen? There will always be light at the end of the tunnel. You can look at Apple, the history of Apple. It took them decades to come up with the first phone. People resigned. Those who come in as co-founder, they said, no, I cannot wait any longer. Said their position and disappeared. What happened today? Look at Apple, $1 trillion company. And if you look at their history, they didn't get it easy. At that time, Nokia was at the top. Nokia, I remember it was about 95% share. Apple had how many? 5%. But just imagine if they gave up, what would have happened with Apple? They say, you know what? We spend all this money and look at the share we are getting. Nokia was there. They refused to undergo digital transformation. And that's why Nokia collapsed. And Microsoft bought Nokia and called it the Microsoft phone now we're using. But that's the history. They regretted doing all of these things. But when you have someone like the CEO, Mr. Mufareh, yes, there'll always be hard times. Sometimes you learn from your mistakes. You will never learn. Nobody have ever learned from what you have done right. If I've done something, there's no learning curve. It's always right for me. So there is no learning again. When you're doing everything is just perfect, so perfect for you. But you learn when you are hit with terrible things. There is always lesson learned. I said the only time you fail is when you give up. There is no failure if you are still determined, still push forward to make sure your dreams and goals are realized. And that's exactly what Mr. Mufareh is doing. Hard times means nothing for this man. For those who knows him, it means nothing. He smiles, he does himself, and the next thing he will think like, How do we get out from this mess? What is the next step? He never dwelled and mourned and said, oh, you know what, the situation is bad, cursing people. No, he said, how do we get out? How can we get out of this mess and make sure we are on a rough ride? That's his thinking, the mindset of those who are visionaries. They always think of way out. When you shut the door, they'll look for the window to come out more brighter than what, and they'll even think like, my God, even the first stage was even bad. Now the second phase is even better. You give them other opportunity, they'll tell you the next phase is even much better than this. So there is always brighter light as you hit rough road. There is always brighter light, double, triple. And that's the beauty about company like this. For someone who is a visionary, who never gives up, he said, you know what, we need to get this to a logical conclusion, because there are people whose life depend on this company one way or the other. There are companies who are looking for something like this to enhance their own business. There are normal people like you and I who are looking for this to build a business out of nothing. I'm not a marketer, but I know I'll be the best marketer because AI will do it for me. Getting the product and just push a button and they will do the work for me. What do I want again? If a place like this, and I said, no, I can't be inside, where can I be? Because there is nothing. The only thing I can do, like Warren Buffett said, is just to continue my job work until I drop dead. But thank God, something like this came in my own generation, which I will wholeheartedly embrace it and see it, and only pray for the owner, for God to keep him healthy so that he can bring this to the world. So, Marty, I'll give it back to you.
Whoa. I want to tell you one thing for sure. You never invite a couple of guys like this, because what happens is we keep reminding each other of something new. Like, I'm sure Mike has something else to say, right? Yeah, it never ends. One thing I want to say, Mike had brought up that market share. Could you imagine? Now, I don't care who it is, all the big dogs, the millionaires, the billionaires, what do they tell you? Multiple streams of income. You have to have more than one. Now, wrap your head around this. All the stuff we said, there's a chance, a very high chance, that most of the products that come out are unicorn status. So the limit, even if you get 20, 30%, it's a rocket ship to Mars. No joke. Even if it's 20%, 30%, 40%. And by the way, people will come into AI traffic, and then news will spread, and people will come in organically. We don't have that in the cards. It's going to happen. I'm not just saying it's going to happen. Other things happen. When you surround yourself with like-minded people, good-hearted people, it's contagious. And people start to see what you see here. Example, see this guy Collins? Yeah, I met him 3 years ago in this company. He was very happy staying in a cubicle, leave me alone. I'm the IT guy. I don't speak to a lot of people. This company, look what they did to him. It's shameful. I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, he's come so far, and all of his friends, other IT people usually, or most people, Mike Ellis wasn't going to be a big speaker. There's no freaking way. No way. Why? But once we got into it, what we realized was, because we believe in God, God delivered us, brought us here. And once you're home, truly home, and you see that everybody can win, you're going to feel the same way we do. And if that's not worth $1 million, nothing is. I'm going to give Mike one more chance. And Mike, do not trigger me to say something else. Just say something easy, okay? All right, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, just real quick. I want to express to everybody, you need to be the power source. And that's a big topic. I'll talk about it at another time and explain it. But think about that. You need to be the power source. And because of what Mr. Mufara has done, you have the ability to be that power source. It's a really, really big deal. At another time, I'll explain more about it, but think about it. You need to get there, because once you get there, you're unstoppable. Go ahead, Collins. Go ahead.
Say something, Collins. Don't trigger me and Mike. Just be general.
So I'm just encouraging those who are watching later on to take a look when we open to the world again. Take a look. If it is for you, hold it. If it is not for you, go. You are not forced to be. You are not tied down to anything. But it is better to take a look than to say, no, it's not for me, because it will be a very big mistake if you jump this opportunity. So I'll leave it there, Marty.
Fantastic. This was a great show. Robin just wrote fantastic live. Everybody's fantastic, great. This is what happens when you know you have something, a tiger by the tail. No doubt about it. I'm the way I'm by the tail. I'm riding that sucker, okay? Anyway, well, I'm going to close it out. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, this is recorded. Oh, one more thing I want to do. I had people that are new contact me today. What is this all about? I'm going to play a video. It's short, but it summarizes enough that you might want to say, I want to do that. Okay, it's only a couple minutes long. Wasn't going to play that today, but I said, I have people asking me, I got to do something. Here we go.
For too long, we've seen people chase online business dreams that end in disappointment. Multi-level marketing, MLM, a system where 99% lose money. Drop shipping, thin margins and supplier issues, affiliate marketing, takes forever to see real results, and most people quit before they even start earning. Email marketing, struggles with spam and low engagement. The truth is, these business models promise freedom, but often deliver frustration. They demand too much time, too much money, and too many skills to succeed. And let's face it, most of them are designed to benefit those at the top, while everyone else struggles to stay afloat. Until now. What if there was a new company? Not just any company, an AI-powered high-tech company with a mission to uplift humanity. A company built with heart, aiming to be the correction to corruption that we've all been waiting for. Imagine a place where anyone in the world can succeed. No special skills required. No need to be a marketing expert, a coder, or a tech genius. Just bring your desire to make a difference, and this company will empower you with cutting-edge AI-induced products in high demand that practically sell themselves. But here's the twist. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-right opportunity. A chance to fill your pockets by offering real value to the world. And when you've taken care of yourself and your family, you can start blessing others. Imagine earning unlimited commissions from products that are above market value because they're simply worth more. Products designed to solve real problems, make lives easier, and create better futures, all backed by AI innovation. Picture this, an AI company with heart that rewards honesty, hard work, and compassion. A business built to break free from the greed and corruption of the past. This isn't just about making money. It's about changing lives and creating a ripple effect of good. What if you could be part of that? Part of a movement where, once you've secured your future, your success becomes a blessing for others. Where your efforts uplift communities, create opportunities for those in need, and help build a better world, one empowered person at a time. It's not just business, it's humanity, powered by AI. This global business is launching to the world very soon. If you would like to be notified when we launch to the world, send an email to iwantontheListToday@gmail.com. We've put me on the list in the subject line, so you can.
Anyway, that summarizes it for the gentleman that asked me. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. One thing I got to do for Chris, I almost forgot. I don't want to forget this. He has prayers out for Ashmupar's mother-in-law. She's having some issues. I haven't heard an update, but pray for that. Lena Shahu and her entire family. We need to pray about the California fires. They are just wiping out acres and acres and acres. And somebody said, I don't understand it. Listen, it's very dry and they have the winds there. It's called, I can't remember what the name of these winds are. You take fire in a field or in a wooded area and you could rush wind through it, you might as well be melting gold. It's hot and it blows. It's like a blowtorch. So it's really sad. A lot of it, yeah, it could be lightning. Lightning causes a lot of fire. It could be many things. I don't want to blame anybody. A prayer out for Harold Fox and Mark Olson. Doesn't matter what the details are, but they're going through a lot of issues. And I found out last night that Ron Holbert, his heart's acting up again. He went to the hospital and they sent him somewhere else. And he's had problems for a long time. Oh, the Santa Ana winds. That's what they're called. I just got it from Robin Noble. See, I've got an AI person too. It's Robin. I make a mistake in something, she's there. If I don't know something, boom, that was instant. That was almost AI. Cindy Hopkins, I heard, is sick. David Switzer and his brother are going through some issues. So pray for them. Pat Parent, without a doubt. Baby Zoe and baby Cam. And obviously we heard about Joyce and Melvin. Melvin's going through some issues. And Melvin is my #1 fan, so pray for him. And always Robin and her sister, they're going through. 2024 was not a good year for them, but I believe in prayer. Let's keep doing that. Peter Rogers went through a lot of crap. He looked really good the other day on the webinar, really. Red and Jane, they were gifted that their parents are still alive, but they're going through a lot of issues. So pray for them. They're old, and it sucks, but getting old sometimes isn't fun. Julie Pierre and her daughter has a brain tumor. She's had it since she was little. They operated on it, but she's going through issues again. And the poor girl's always in pain or some kind of problem. It's sad. Anyway, that's all I got for that. And because if I forgot that, Chris would be upset. But I believe in prayer. It's a good thing. It works. I know. I lived it. Anyway, thank you, everybody. And what is today? Wednesday? I believe Marcianne is on today at 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Do you know, Collins?
Yes, I think it's 12. It's should be 12. I'm not.
Yeah, it's a French webinar.
Yeah.
I think she put it in chat. It's great. There's a lot of French people everywhere. There's many French-speaking people in Africa, actually.
Yeah.
So look for that, and we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Mike.